All right. So the Deli is under new management. I know y'all used to hearing Charlie's voice. Fuck that dude. This is the Baker Show. You want to know why? We got the bank. We play this game to get to the top. We play this game to get to the 1%. Who's the 1% this week? You're listening to him. You want the answers to the test? I've been saying it for years. You want the answers to the test? Listen to the guy who's running the show. It's my Deli. We're under a new regime. We got the full cast in the place. Broncos Nation, your quarterback sucks. Let's go. Oh my fucking God, that hurts. Sully,
Ow.
I appreciate every time you do that. That hurt my chest.
Did you break your mic? Oh my God.
I should have pulled back a little bit, maybe. I am the new and improved proprietor of this here delicatessen, Christian Johnson Baker. Fuck Sully Ali Shaheed. He can kick rocks. Actually, he's still on staff. He's a manager now. He's no longer the proprietor. He's a manager. No, don't play that sorrow fucking music. Fuck that guy. Cut that sorrow bullshit off. God damn it. It's not a sad day that Sully's gone. It's a happy day because that dude sucked. You don't stop playing that shit, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. We going to fight. But I have a full cast here with me this evening. We got not first place Chill, not first place Dale, not first place Sully, all in the building. Chill, how you feeling? Not first place.
I know I'm feeling pretty good. I did manage to come in second place. I took down a nice $1,000 on Christmas Day, so I'll take it. Also got to the finals in both of my yearly leagues, so I'll take that as well. So I'm actually feeling pretty good, and I'm ready to dive on in.
Hey, shout out to the people who still surviving in yearly. Myself, Chill, and nobody else on the show. Yeah, shout out to us, Chill, for like still surviving in leagues that actually matter. Dale. No, we're not playing the sympathy music for your trash ass teams, bro. You wanted to draft Josh Allen high.
Dale?
You deal with the consequences, god damn it. I drafted Kirk Cousins late as hell, and I'm riding Kirk Cousins. You like that? Anyway, Dale, who also did not finish in first place. How you feeling tonight?
I mean, I'm doing okay, man. Like, we're proud of you, Baker. As the Deli as a whole, we can all say we're proud of you, man.
Hey, I appreciate
At least, no problem, bud. But I can say my week last week did not go so well with the DFS stuff, but I can say with a firm sense of accomplishment, I did beat our former boss in the Daily Dollar. So that,
I mean, anytime you can beat Sully, we're gonna chalk that up as a win because that dude's trash. Like he's just ooh, the lally. Yearly, daily, he is trash. But as I trash the former owner of this here delicatessen, I have to shout him out. As Chill mentioned, he came in second last week or this past week where I took something down. Last week, I'm saying on the Saturday slate, Sully came in second as well. So we have to shout him out. The Deli's on a heater right now. Let's be real about this. Sully, you know what I'm saying? Sully finishing top 1%. Chill finishing top 1%. Dale, well, he's Dale. I mean, he wishes injury upon people.
Yeah,
so he
I'm just down here.
What he gets. You know, but we on a heater right now. I just want to point that
Josh
out
Allen.
to everybody. Y'all want to like, I understand there's lots of people out there talking about a lot of shit. But entertainment-wise, content-wise, and other shit-wise, we at the top of the building. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But former owner of this here delicatessen, how you feeling?
Baker, I just want to say that it's a very humbling experience sitting on the sideline when it comes to being a member of the Deli. I am very excited that I get to take more frequent smoke breaks. That's a cool thing.
No,
I'm very pumped about that.
Okay, this is new management. Smoke breaks are prohibited for hourly employees. Okay, if you were on salary, you can take all the smoke breaks you want. You are an hourly employee. You will sit your ass on the goddamn line and put in this work.
Wait a second. So I mean, you demoted me to manager. I demoted myself to manager, and you're putting me an hourly manager?
Oh, absolutely,
Crazy.
absolutely. Yeah,
As a manager that has to deal with frequent call offs, you best believe I'm gonna be racking overtime like it's a mother.
oh no, you better not work overtime. I ain't paying you overtime. I'm not paying you a dime of overtime. No, 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 no.
Well, I mean, like I said, as Baker, you alluded to, the Deli hit mid-season form at the end of the season, which it doesn't matter when it happens, as long as it happens.
As long as it happens.
That's right. So we still have week 17 we're going to talk about. Week 18 we're going to talk about. Playoff slates, Super Bowl, sports betting is legal in Ohio. It is a good time to have your bankroll ready in the year of our Lord 2023. So as you said, I got us warmed up, a little second place finish, almost had a bink. Then, we translated that into a bink. You, me, and Dejan were just celebrating, sweating with you. It was a thrilling experience. We're very proud of you. And then, Chili came through, just kind of, he hit that single after you hit the grand slam, because he kept the momentum going.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to do. So I'm very excited to be part of this. And, I'm very happy to the people that do listen to us. Like we give out good advice, like minus the entertainment value, which is high, but there is actual usable advice that we give out. And I like Chill said, I'm ready to dive on in with you guys this week. So let's do it.
I'm going to take a second, because I'm certain that there are some people out there, because I don't post on my social media because I don't need people knowing what I want, so on and so forth. No, we took down first. The amount of money is inconsequential. Just so you know, like, even though we did not have a contrarian show, Gardner Minshew would not have been a contrarian play. He was very heavily owned throughout the world of DFS. But no, it was still a Gardner Minshew lineup that took it down. I just want to let y'all know that Minshew mania might be a part of a tattoo coming in the future for me. Like, Chill's trying to say that I won't do it, or Chill wants me to get, the face of Minshew, not just Minshew mania, but like in some way, shape, or form, Minshew mania might be a part of my body for the rest of my life. Just gonna throw it out there. But for those of you who are new to this here show, y'all don't recognize what it is we do here in the Baker Deli. Yeah, we changed it from DFS Deli to Baker Deli.
I'm not changing the thumbnail. I'm not doing it.
What we do, we go position by position. We break down who we like, who we don't like, who we can't stand. Russell Wilson, you're part of the people that we can't stand. Fuck you, Russell Wilson. You have a beautiful wife. You have a wonderful life. You can go fuck yourself. Nathaniel Hackett hates you now. But we're breaking down all the plays you shouldn't play, the plays you should play, the plays you might think about playing. But before we get into that secret menu, the secret sauce, we're breaking down everything that's in our core, the core that's covered by fat for me, by fat for Dale, by fat for Chill. Sully's actually in shape. It's his vegan powers. But we're breaking down those core plays. So, as I say that, let's kick it off with these quarterbacks. So who are these quarterbacks? Sully, I'm going to start with you as the former owner of this here delicatessen. Who do you feel is in your core place? Who's in your gut? That you used to have back when you was 300 pounds, but you no longer have, and I hate this version of you. I love the fat version of you. Who's in your core place for this week?
Well, Baker, as I alluded to off air, it's one of the heavier study weeks for me because I needed a win and I needed it then. So, in my core of quarterbacks, it's probably only going to consist of two people. Justin Fields, who needs slightly over 200 yards for this rushing record for quarterbacks, and he gets the nut. He goes to Detroit. Detroit is god-awful against the run. As we saw Carolina absolutely obliterate them on the ground last week with everybody, you got a rushing touchdown. Sam Darnold got a rushing touchdown. Everybody gets rushing touchdowns. They had 200 yards of rushing before halftime. And this man needs just a shade over 200 for that record. I think he's made it very clear, along with the coaching staff, that he's going to go for it. And we're indoors. We're at a price that sits right below Patrick Mahomes, too. So it's like, do you want to go all the way up to Patty against Denver at home? Because Denver just fired their new head coach, or their new head coach. They're playing with other people. Like, this is definitely a nut matchup for Patty. If you go down slightly, you got to look at Justin Fields in this matchup. Now, I don't like playing my quarterbacks naked, but this is the rare exception because I feel like his rushing floor and ceiling is not baked into his projections. So even if he's chalky, even if he's going to be a popular play, I think he is one of actually, if the Hurt Business doesn't play, he's the only person on this slate that can break it with his legs. So give me Justin Fields, number one. And on the opposite side, you got to look at Jared Goff because if you look at Chicago's defense, they're ass. I mean, the same Chicago defense that got absolutely scorched in 0-degree weather by, of course, Josh Allen. And now he gets indoors where Jared Goff absolutely loves to play at home. So if they're going to be back and forth in this game, even though this game might be popular to a certain extent, especially with some players, we'll get to the wide receiver position because the chalk du jour is obviously in this game. But again, two guys. I'm looking at Jared Goff. I'm looking at Justin Fields. That's it. Now, if I'm going to get large field, my last guy, we welcome back Mike White. Mike White travels to Seattle. Seattle, kind of a tough place to play in, but as we've seen over the past 6 games, Seattle's getting absolutely destroyed by everybody. So if anybody can light it up, Mike White is looking to complete that playoff push for the Jets. And obviously, again, receivers will get there, but another chalky player in this game, Garrett Wilson, is going to be ecstatic to get this man back. So if I'm going lower end, give me Mike White. Upper end, Justin Fields, Jared Goff. That's where I'm starting at, man.
I mean, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Marcus Houston getting naked with Justin Fields. I'd rather play him with somebody and pray that you're right. But I can't be mad at the rushing upside because though his price has caught up to his rushing production, we've seen the fact that even a 40-point game at his price tag can still break the slate. So Justin Fields 100% in play versus this trash ass Detroit defense. Though their run defense has been improved, that does not account for Justin Fields. Definitely get it. Chills pointed out all season. Jared Goff, he's a home play. Play him on the road at your own risk. Home play for Jared Goff, I can fuck with it. Speaking of chill. If you're not going to Justin Fields, if you're not going to Jared Goff, who are you looking at, my friend, as a quarterback take this week?
Yeah, I mean, those two quarterbacks are obviously really good plays this week. I mean, Sully pretty much nailed it there. As you look at those two quarterbacks, they are also in the highest total game. Another game is kind of close, which kind of brings me to Aaron Rodgers. The guy is on a roll here. They have to keep winning. Minnesota's defense is not very good. This game is in Green Bay. He has very cheap stacking options. And Aaron Rodgers, over his last 4 games against Minnesota, he's got 9 touchdowns to 1 interception with a 110 quarterback rating and averaging 290 yards per game. Coming in at a cool $6K on Draftkings and only 7,100 on FanDuel. So I think Aaron Rodgers becomes a kind of a super intriguing play here. Minnesota gives up a league high 281.5 passing yards per game. But I think you might feel more inclined to play Rodgers if Christian Watson plays. So that could be something we could be looking out here for. 2 other quarterbacks that we'll look at here, both on the low end option. Brock Purdy's going up against this Las Vegas Raiders defense. This Raiders defense is not very good. And basically, with them starting Jared Stidham, the Raiders are tossing in the flag here. Brock Purdy has very stackable options here. He's completing 67% of his passes. He's thrown 2 touchdowns in 4 straight games. So again, they're another team who does have something to play for. With a win here and the Vikings loss, they could jump to the 2 seed. So San Francisco is very much live and still playing for something here. Um, if you're looking to super punt, I don't hate Teddy Bridgewater. New England has been susceptible through the air this year. We just watched Joe Burrow throw all over them. I understand it's Joe Burrow. But with Tyreek Hill this year, we have seen a 12 catch, 177-yard game with Bridgewater at center. And this, believe it or not, this is going to be Teddy Bridgewater's first week actually practicing with the first team and having a whole week to the first team because recently he hasn't. Um, so this will be the first full complete game that he gets to play. So Teddy Bridgewater at 5K on DraftKings and 6,100 on FanDuel. Could become super intriguing to me here as well.
I mean, leave it to Jill to take the homer pick and Teddy Two Gloves. I mean, no shocker there.
He's 5K.
Yeah,
What?
but Jarrett Stidham is 4,100.
Pass.
Just say it.
Pass.
Just say it.
Pass.
Okay. All right, fine. Just wanted to mention.
I mean, it's fair that you mentioned Jarrett Stidham for like if we were on the defensive section of this here podcast, that'd be fair. But we're still in quarterback, Sully. So just gonna throw it out there. So
Hey, listen, I'm with Chill. If I'm going cheap, I'm totally going with the guy with 2 gloves. Like, if I'm going cheap, I'm going there. So I agree with Chill. I'm with you, bro.
but Michael Jackson only wore one, so you're telling me that Teddy Two Gloves is better than Michael Jackson?
I would just tell you to beat it at that point.
See what you did there. I
Bam.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, Dale, to you. Obviously, we have a decent amount of quarterbacks off the board. I want you to give me somebody who has not been named unless you strongly agree with somebody who's been named. And please do not wish injury upon somebody.
Well, Josh Allen is not on my radar this week to wish injury upon. So I think we're all safe there. But going along with the Justin Fields thing, last time he played against Detroit, 167 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, 147 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, it, like you guys have all said, it's just the point. He's going to try to get that record. He's going to make it a point to try to run the ball like crazy this weekend. I feel like he could be the guy. Or to get to your other point of somebody that you have not heard yet, is we have Trevor Lawrence going against the Houston Texans, which last time they played, it did not go so well. And I think he's got something to prove a little bit. He's got a little bit of a toe injury, but I think he'll be all right. But the way him and Zay Jones and Christian Kirk have been playing, yeah, hell, even throw in some Evan Ingram in there. I don't think that that's a bad core play for the week. It's not that expensive of a play either. He's only 6,200.
Dale, I hate
Thumbs
to
up for
say
me.
this,
I
but
agree.
you actually make a decent point, and I hate to say it because it's you.
Damn, Farmer Dale's losing points again.
I mean, the fact that me and you are tied in our doll hair standings pisses me off to no extent right now. Like it is.
Well, the only reason we're tied is because you play the fuck out of your Vikings so much. I'm just letting you know.
I mean, playing Vikings this year has been a fantastic year. The Vikings are always in play. So,
Well, Dale, if you didn't have the Thanksgiving slate, you'd be down 1.
This is true. This is very true.
So I want to pose a question to you guys.
And my hand still might come up from the dead if I win back-to-back weeks.
I mean, it's kind of like what you did last week. I'm pretty sure Baker and I were tied for the lead last year at one point, and then all of a sudden here you come out of nowhere.
Oh no, Baker was in like dead last year, just for the record. But I want to ask you guys.
No, Anthony was last year.
Like
no, it was Baker.
Right now,
it was Baker.
My optimals. So we're going to the Zay Jones of the world. We're the
I'm about to say Zay Jones popping in the optimals again.
Zay Jones is always popping in my optimals. But the optimal quarterback right now, as we sit on a Wednesday night, is Tom Brady. Can I interest any?
No.
Is what?
No.
Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady's the optimal.
No.
Yeah, you can sell me on Tom Brady. You could sell me on Leonard Fournette better, but yeah, you can sell me on Tom
I was about to say
Brady.
you could sell me on one of the running backs from Tampa Bay a lot easier, but Tom Brady, nah.
Leonard Fournette almost had 30 touches, and he's 5,600.
The interesting thing about Tom, and I get the Leonard Fournette love or Rashad White, either running back 100% in play as we're about to move over to running back here in a minute. But they still lead the league in passing attempts per game. I understand not much production has come from it this year, but Tom Brady is in a must-win. He's been in must-wins for weeks. I get it. Please, people telling me that, saying it subconsciously in their brain, sitting at home listening to me babble. I get it. Tom Brady's been in a must-win for weeks and he still hasn't showed up. He was in a must-win on Sunday night. He still didn't show up. This is a game versus a defense that it could potentially show up where his volume passing could get you there because his 300 yards passing is almost there every week. All we need is for him to get into the box twice at this price point, and we're okay. He gets in the box 3 times, we're like we potentially, if we stack Tom Brady correctly, have a tournament winning lineup on our stack alone. I just want to point it out there.
Baker,
Yes.
can I interest you in the first prop bet of the day?
I'm not taking Tom Brady versus whoever the fuck you're about to say.
I was gonna go Sam Darnold, but come on now.
No, not a chance in fucking hell. I wanted to bring up Tom Brady because he's my top optimal, not because I personally believe in Tom Brady. Personally, from a Baker stance, it's still Gardner Minshew. Because
what if Gardner don't play?
Right now, I feel like Gardner's going to play. As we sit here on a Wednesday night, I think Gardner's going to play. I do not think the hurt business is going to play. His price hasn't increased enough to get me off of him. He doesn't make it easy to jam in whatever the hell I want, like last week. But his options are still just as great as they were last week. You have Dallas Goedert, another week of Dallas Goedert, him getting healthier. Like, this offense is going to hum. So you give me Jalen Hurts light, fuck the matchup. I don't care about the matchup. You give me Jalen Hurts light at 5,500, like, it's basically taking me back to Jalen Hurts, like his first couple starts. The first start he played versus the Saints, where people were like, yeah, he was kind of chalky, but people were kind of off of him. Yeah, just give me that light. I'll take it every week. Thank you for the discount in ownership, and I'll move the fuck on. That's my own personal take, but I'm not here to give my takes. I'm here to guide the show because I am the, I'm the proprietor.
You are the proprietor
of this here delicatessen. Sully, playing that sad ass music. Gonna beat you blacker than you already are.
Hey, listen, man. I got demoted from my own show and almost got fired today. So I like from my regular job. So I'm feeling this is Sully's theme song for today. So just give this to me. Just give this to me.
All right.
We need a Vince McMahon clip here. You're fired.
Lord, I don't want to freaking hear that. Like I said, you'll see me delivering your fucking packages tomorrow for fucking Amazon. Believe that.
Lord,
damn right.
So I ain't going jobless. I don't give a damn.
I got DoorDash.
All right, so as we move over to the running back position, once again, this Detroit-Chicago game is going to draw stupid amounts of ownership. If you think you're going to get contrarian in this game, you're going off the fucking board to get contrarian within this game. Everybody in this game is going to have ownership. I promise that. So, like, if you want to go the N'Keal Harry route, you are unique. You want to go the Byron Pringle route, you're unique. You want to play any running back in this game, you're probably not unique. Just going to throw that out there. So, where are we thinking? Are we going to this Washington-Cleveland game where we know Cleveland's susceptible in the game on the ground, but this Washington backfield is a split monster? James Conner proved he can be a workhorse, and he's getting the touches out the freaking ass in this Arizona backfield without Kyler Murray. He may be a fantastic play. He might be dollar for dollar the best play on the slate. Travis Etienne, it's Houston. I think I said enough. Right now, Ramondre Stevenson, who put up a whole 3.5 points last week, is popping as the number one running back in my optimals as we speak. So I want to know from you people, and yes, I mean you people, before somebody asks, what do you mean you people? Where do you people want to go this week on this here slate? Dale, since you went last, I'll kick it to you first. Where are we thinking?
Yeah, I don't see how you don't fit Austin Eckler into your lineup. And
And why Austin
he's
Eckler?
clear cut because he's a clear cut number one running back, and he's going against a defense that doesn't have their number one defender out there as a run stopper in Aaron Donald.
With that being said, and I hate to cut you off, but I will cut you off for just 1 second. This Rams defense, without Aaron Donald, has still been dominant in stopping the run. I don't know what the hell the paid actor has done, but there's a fire under the ass of these here Rams. They are balling out for either the paid actor or Sean McVay. Not sure which one it is. I know which one it is, but I want to pretend like it's the paid actor for a second. Austin Eckler's production all year, any game you want to look at from a fantasy perspective, has come in the passing game. His rushing stats on the season are abysmal. So it's not coming via the ground. So you're telling me that you feel Austin Eckler can get there via the air?
Absolutely.
The Rams have allowed the 8th most fantasy points to running backs over the last 5 weeks.
Bam. Anyways, stacking on top of that, Baker, for Austin Eckler.
But continue, Dale. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. But, you good, Baker?
I'm good.
Oh, sorry. Going back into that, Christian McCaffrey also, I feel like San Francisco is just going to pull the same thing they did against Tampa Bay and just beat the shit out of poor Las Vegas. And Christian McCaffrey is just going to run the ball, catch a check down, run the ball, catch a check down. It's expensive, but I feel like both of those guys will actually be finishing top 3 this week.
I mean, I'm definitely digging the Christian McCaffrey, potentially on some flop lag. If we get Christian McCaffrey not nearly the ownership that he should be at versus this Vegas team that we've been targeting all season with running backs, especially pass-catching running backs, which, well, Christian McCaffrey is the pass-catching running back. I love the Christian McCaffrey call. If his ownership, well, fuck the ownership, I don't care. He got a price bump, and he did terrible last week. That tells you everything that DraftKings, at least, feels about Christian McCaffrey this week. Sully, the former proprietor, where are you looking at as far as running backs this week?
Hey, listen, my issue with Christian McCaffrey is that this San Francisco team could be in a domination spot where they could put this young man in bubble wrap after the first half. I mean, he's been fighting a little bit of injury, but they know they need him for the playoff run. They've already clinched their division. Yes, they can jump up to the 2 seed, but at the same time, I don't think they care. It doesn't matter. Either they host or they got to go. I mean, they're hosting regardless because they won the division. So 2 or 3 doesn't really matter to them. So I think that they could get out to such a lead, either that or not care for the rest of the game, that CMC won't be able to pay off that price tag. As Dale alluded to, playing Austin Eckler. Hey, man, I play on FanDuel, so for some strange, for God's sake and reason, they left that game off the main slate as of today. So that Steelers game is still the option. So I can't play Chargers. So that's cool. So whatever you think about Austin Eckler, yeah, I mean, go with it. As DraftKings players, y'all do that. Y'all do that. As for me, I got to stick with what I know, man. You know, any running back that goes against Houston, I'm playing. Travis Etienne, albeit chalky, this Houston run defense is ass. Albeit Houston has been rather spry over the past 3 weeks when it comes to their opponents, actually eking out a win. But I think that they realize that if they win again, they're going to screw themselves out of the number 1 pick. So this is a classic lay down spot for Houston. And I think Travis Etienne is going to run all over these boys. So that's my number one with a bullet. But when it comes to the rest of the plays on the slate, I think that we can look kind of again back to the Jets in this backfield because Seattle can't stop the run. So if you're telling me that Bam is going to get the majority of the carries, which it's been split the last couple weeks, but again, they haven't had the Mike White at quarterback. So I think this offense is going to look a little more potent. And I think Bam could find the end zone a couple times on the road against Seattle. And if we're going to go off the board just a wee bit, if we can get a dominant performance out of Philly, I think Miles Sanders is going to be a part of that. New Orleans is not good against the run, albeit Cleveland decided to debunk that theory last week by not running the ball and throwing the ball a bunch of times in negative 14 degree weather. But that's not the point. That's not the point. If we can get Miles Sanders back to the Miles Sanders that we were accustomed to, previous the 2 weeks before when he was absolutely dominating, especially if Philly gets up and they lean on the run to close out this game, I think that Miles Sanders absolutely makes a good contrarian option for myself. And if we're looking in the backfield again, in this New England Miami game, Ramondre, yeah, it's his season. It's definitely his season. We might get Harris back, but I don't think that's going to affect his workload too much. And again, they're playing at home, and Miami can be had on the ground as well. And Baker, I 100% agree with you with the James Conner call as well. I mean, Atlanta ain't stopping nobody, but you want to talk about a guy that's getting 98% of the tote in that backfield. No one else touches the ball besides James Conner. It's him. So I can definitely see James Conner being a very popular play, but a very solid play. The only guys I'm fading, like I said this week, is Bubble Wrap CMC, and I can't bring myself to play Saquon Barkley. I can't do it. I mean, the guy hasn't had 100 yards since week 10. I mean, we get that spike in the passing game, which is fine, but this Giants team, man.
What if I were to tell you the Colts have allowed the most fantasy points to running backs over the last 5 weeks?
What if I were to tell you that number is absolutely skewed, seeing as how they blew a 36-point lead against freaking the Minnesota Vikings and Dalvin Cook went the hell off?
33 points. 33.
I agree.
My bad. 33.
I agree, but if you're looking at Saquon Barkley and Austin Eckler in the same light, because they basically kind of had the same type of mold. I mean, Austin Eckler had 2 rushing touchdowns. Because CMC is going to be the chalk, whether that's just going to be my opinion, but I think going down to Barkley, I think might be the way to go. If you play Barkley, you're hoping for a little bit of receiving work, which he hasn't been getting. So that might be the only concern I would have as well.
Chili, here's the problem. I can't look at Saquon Barkley and Austin Eckler in the same light because I play on FanDuel. So it's literally only Saquon Barkley in my room when the lights go out. So, yeah.
That also means you can't play Cam Akers either.
I know. I would have jammed that ass. Believe that.
Absolutely obliterated the freaking Christmas slate. Lord Jesus.
Man, listen. And the Chargers ain't stopping nobody on the ground. It would have been lock. Cam Akers. But
you want to talk about some chalk. That's some Cam Akers chalk.
Oh, God. Without question. All right. Before I close that out on my takes, can I interest you? Well, okay, question, because it's Wednesday and I don't have an update. Is Aaron Jones playing?
I think he was limited today in practice.
Because, what if we just get A.J. Dillon, alone against Minnesota?
Play him.
I mean, he was limited, but, there's so much to be determined. Aaron Jones has been dealing with injuries consistently. That's why he was limited on Christmas. To the people.
Right. So, okay, there's that scenario. And then, what if we don't get Jamal Williams? He's got a foot injury, too. What if we get DeAndre Swift all by himself?
Well, for that notion, I'm still fading him because this this Lions backfield has been a 3-headed monster on the low, so it's still going to be a 2-headed monster. It's just going to be, more obvious with Deion Jackson. No, not Deion Jackson. Fuck, Jaron Jackson. Ugh.
Just
Justin
is it
Jackson.
Justin Jackson?
Justin.
I know.
I wasn't sure myself. So
Dude, when it comes to these Jacksons, it's like the Jackson 5. Nobody can name anybody outside of Tito and Michael, okay?
fair.
Bernard.
Sully, you
Is that
win
one of them?
because you gave a name, period. Everybody else just says,
Yeah.
I don't.
Janet? Does Janet count?
Janet does not count, okay? Janet
You
absolutely.
said name of Jackson. I named one.
I
And
hate
the
you,
Jackson
Joe.
5.
I hate you.
He said name of Jackson. All right. Deshaun Jackson. Like, what do you want, Baker?
Lamar.
Chill. We've gone back and forth so much this season. I hate you more than I hate you. I hate Sully.
Yeah.
I think it's that point. I hate you more.
That's fair.
So, I mean, we've got a decent amount of plays out. And obviously, if you have any other takes, I want to hear them. But I also have a question for you, Chill.
All right.
This Detroit-Chicago, highest over-under, popular game, blah, 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 blah. One of the tied for the highest team total is this KC-Denver game. We know Denver's been susceptible on the ground. Isaiah Pacheco. But Jerick McKinnon's on a absolute stupid heater. Even though he cooled off a little bit this past week, he's still on a fucking heater. Do we have any interest in this Kansas City backfield? Do we have any interest in the Atlanta backfield versus Arizona team who's been very susceptible via the ground? And Tyler Algier, in the past couple of weeks, has seemed to take over this backfield. And if you have no interest in that, please enlighten me. Where do you want to go?
So I personally have no interest in the Kansas City backfield. I'll let that continue to burn me. Although I did play some McKinnon last week. Yeah, I think Tyler Algier. I mean, for me personally, it's just time to start playing running backs who are playing at home. Running backs tend to do better when they're playing at home. I think that's kind of factually based. So Tyler Algier has been playing really well. Comes on a nice price on DraftKings. Arizona's run defense hasn't been great. 21st in run defense per PFF, 25th in tackling, 27th in run defense DVOA. I do believe the Falcons are favored in this game, which kind of helps. So I like that. Brian Robinson going up against this Browns defense, I think becomes super intriguing. I think he might be an ownership play. So as long as his ownership doesn't get out of hand, I think he'll be fine. If you wanted to tell me you're going to go more of the Antonio Gibson route, who is dealing with an injury, so you might have to be looking at that. But if Antonio Gibson is out, I don't see how you just don't chalk in Brian Robinson. So I don't mind that as well. I mentioned him earlier. Leonard Fournette, coming off of an almost 30-touch game, is 5,600 at home against Carolina. Leonard Fournette still getting all the work. You can play Leonard Fournette by himself. You can play him with Brady if you're going to play Brady. So I like Leonard Fournette as well. Sully mentioned ETN. ETN is fine. You just hope that they throw that dude the ball more. I mentioned Cam Akers. We know the Chargers aren't great at all against the run. So I think the Akers play is fine. Sorry, Sully. I know you can't play him. But I think Tyler. So I think those plays are fine. On the high end, if I'm not playing Christian McCaffrey, I'll take a look at Barkley. Like I said, we just watched the Monday Night Football game. Austin Eckler ran for 2. Like I said, the only hope here is you hope Barkley gets some work in the receiving game. The Colts are an absolute mess right now. They're done. I mean, they have no idea what they're doing. So I don't mind the Colts here as all. You guys mentioned James Conner. I don't think we need to cover that. So, uh, yeah. Also, if Aaron Jones is ruled out, um, I think you just jam in Dylan as well.
I'm not mad at anything that you've mentioned, especially when it comes to these Tampa running backs. Tom Brady has kind of turned into Chad Pennington, for the next generation. If you watch that game, uh, at the night game of Christmas, all you saw was this dude check down. Like it was, I will look 2 seconds downfield. It's not there. Check down. So both Rashad White and Leonard Fournette are both in play. Even though Leonard Fournette was the hot hand, Rashad White scored the touchdown. I think they're both 100% in play because I think either one of them can do whatever it is that Tampa needs on any given week. The one name I really want to throw out there, and I know Homer pick, blah 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 blah. That if there's a place to pick apart this Green Bay defense is on the ground. Their secondary hasn't been great. I get that. Which we're about to transition into wide receiver and Justin Jefferson. Cool, blah 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 blah. But Dalvin Cook had versus this Green Bay defense has been the most susceptible point of this Green Bay defense all season. I understand week one, he didn't have a great game. That's literally 16 weeks ago. You can throw all the stats from that first game out the fucking window. As much as I would love for Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins to go off for 150 and 2 together, I'm not banking on it, for yearly purposes. I think that is extremely interesting. This Colts game, I understand it might be what is the lowest total on the board. As a one-off in this game, a potential Colts receiver I can potentially buy just because the Giant secondary's been that bad. Now, I understand they gave it up to Justin Jefferson in droves last week. It's Justin Jefferson, blah, 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 blah. They've been giving it up, period, over the course of the last month. So a pass catcher in that receiving core can potentially be there. And as I say that, I transition to wide receiver, where we do have I am him, Sully. I'm him. Just gonna throw it out there. I am him. And Justin Jefferson back on the slate. We saw what he did week one versus Green Bay. Is it in the dome like it was? No. Is there any takeaways from week one? Absolutely fucking not. I'm not expecting Justin Jefferson to go off like he did week one versus Green Bay. Passing game wise, that's, I think, one of the biggest games, in my humble opinion, outside of Detroit, Chicago. But I leave it to the experts. You guys are the experts. I'm just a guy who won first place. You guys are the experts. Sully, I lead with you. You give me a pass catcher that you want to play, that you have interest in, that's going to do Devonta Smith type things this week.
Well, I'll tell you who's coming off the list. Jay Jetta.
And why is Jay
Jetta
never
playing him?
Why? But outside of your hatred for me, why did you play Jay Jetta?
Hey, listen, man, I understand that, we're not in the whole laying down scenario when it comes to like playoff positions and everything, but there's a such thing at this stage of the season where either you're playing for contract incentives, playing for seeding, or you're quiet quitting because it really doesn't matter. So Minnesota, division locked up, seeds change, whatever. Why would they care? Why would they have to go to Green Bay and play their hearts out just to win? So I think that it's going to be,
I can give you incentive for Jay Jetta if you want incentive.
No. I don't need records or anything like that. I mean, I get that part of it, but at the same time, like this is a team that's, trying to make a Super Bowl push, and they have their not seed, but they have a home game locked up because they have their division locked up. Green Bay scrapping for, a final playoff spot. And as DeJohn would say, daddy's home because Aaron Rodgers wants to smoke. So if he can get him one time, he might potentially see this Vikings team again. So I think that Green Bay wins this game, first of all. And I don't think that Minnesota actually cares. So if we think that, record setting aside, that, Jay Jetta at the highest price tag as the chalk doesn't have similar or lower upside to other guys on the slate, then I just can't get behind it. So like I look at a guy like, Tyreek Hill, who's a slate breaker in his own right, going to New England, who absolutely got scorched through the air last week I can see a situation where a guy like Tyreek Hill can outscore Jay Jetta. I'm looking at situations where there's other exploitable situations at a lower price tag. Obviously, we can mention Amon-Ra St. Brown because he's going to be the chalk, and for good reason. I mean, it's, again, you've already alluded to it, Baker. Highest total on the board. This game's going to be popular. That's one guy I am not going to fade this week. I don't care what he does. He can break the slate or he can go 2 for 15. I don't care. I'm playing the Sun God, period. And another guy I'm just going to scratch off my list is DK Metcalf because he gets the sauce. Everyone else is in play, but those two, I'm not playing. I'm just not doing it. So there's that.
So you're telling me you have interest in Juju Smith-Schuster over Jay Jetta?
I don't play Chiefs wide receivers. I'm just not doing it. MVS is supposed to be back this week. Like that it's too convoluted and crowded. Like,
so
there's
you're
just no way.
So you're playing Brandon Cooks over Jay Jetta.
Yo, Brandon Cooks got a good matchup this week, man, and I will be an absolute fish and chase that.
I mean,
I am fish. I'm doing it this week. I'm playing Brandon Cooks.
Just for everybody listening, Sully on Saturday, as that Saturday main slate came to a conclusion, him and Dejan were making fun of me because Brandon Cooks was in my winning lineup as a Derrick Henry run back. And it was jokes. It was in good fun. But Brandon Cooks was the key to that lineup. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
But Baker, the writing is still on the wall. So if I'm playing Travis Etienne, a natural run back on the other side is Brandon Cooks, right?
And Brandon Cooks did not go ham. He will not be owned again. So, I can get with it. I'm not mad at it. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, so count me in. Count me in. And obviously, I'm playing whatever receivers are going against this Minnesota secondary. So if Christian Watson is available, count me in. If not, Alan Lazard.
Romeo Doubs.
If not, Randall Cobb. I don't care. Play them all.
Are you playing Martellus
And I'm
Bennett?
done.
Are you playing Martellus Bennett? Not to skip too far ahead. Are you playing Martellus Bennett?
Mercedes Lewis.
Mercedes
Lewis.
Why did I say Martellus Bennett? I'm thinking ex-Cowboy fucking tight ends. That's what it is. I'm thinking of ex-Cowboy tight ends.
Wasn't he a Patriot tight end too?
He was.
Yes.
He absolutely was. Are you playing Mercedes Lewis?
Am I playing Bubba Franks?
You can take that to the bank.
The answer is no. I just want strictly outside receivers against the Vikings. Like, just count me in. Just count me in.
Fair. All right. Chill. Or no, not chill. Dale, hit me with your wide receiver takes, and with your receiver takes, answer me this. We most likely have a backup in Miami with Teddy Two Gloves, as we alluded to earlier. Tyreek or Jalen Waddle, yay or nay. Kansas City wide receiver, if so, give me the name, and the rest of your wide receiver takes.
Alrighty. No to the Miami. I don't want to throw out there what happened last time because then I'll get accused of wishing injury upon people again. But last time Teddy Bridgewater came in to start a game, and I'm pretty sure he didn't survive that game.
That's when I banned you from playing Dolphins.
Yeah, that's exactly when you banned me from playing Dolphins.
I never accused you of wishing injury. I just
accused me of wishing injury on Josh Allen all the
you
time.
Did,
no,
you
did. Wish injury.
But I didn't.
You wish injury.
But I didn't.
Dale. 3 out of 4 people recommend that you did wish injury upon Josh Allen.
And Dale, it's on.
The fourth one is the one that wished it.
It is on tape. You have it. Oh, well, I think somebody for the Bills is going to get injured, and I think it might just happen to be Josh Allen. And injury. Dale, you wished it. Suck it up. Deal with it. Continue with your takes.
Easy there, guy. Before you know, I wish some bad luck on the guy.
I am him. First of all, I am him. And for yearly purposes, you can go fuck yourself. As I am him in 2 championship games. You wish injury upon him. Go fuck yourself, Dale. Continue.
Who's the fortune teller from Holes? the lady just sitting there talking about if you don't carry her up the mountain, you're gonna be cursed forever. Just keep talking shit, Baker. You're gonna be cursed forever with that Jettis bullshit. I'll be sitting over here with
Madam
my magic
Zeroni?
fucking ball.
Is it Madam Zeroni?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I remember Holes. That's my shit.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. All right. Anyways,
I mean,
no on Kansas City wide receivers as
Sigourney
well.
Weaver, like, she deserved a fucking Oscar for that performance. Just gonna throw it out there.
I am a no on the Kansas City receivers as well, but going with the Sun God because last time he faced Chicago, he still got to 25 points and he didn't even have a touchdown. I think he had like 11, or no, he had 10 catches on 11 targets and some change like that, or 120 yards. But also getting his favorite quarterback back, as T.O. would say, that's my quarterback. Give me Garrett Wilson with the Jets. I mean, was there any weeks that he didn't go bananas with Mike White as his quarterback?
He has a point.
But other than that, I'm really just going to stick with who I was talking about with the quarterbacks and stuff too, and ETN and the running back. But pick Zay Jones. Like, he's still only 5K. Always popping in the optimals. And he's going against a trash defense. Like, it shouldn't be hard to put together. So
if my new year is ruined by Zay Jones, I promise you, I think I'm gonna retire from DFS. I'm done. I'll walk away.
So, as the new proprietor of this here delicatessen, Sully's about to be off the show.
Send your applications to Christian Baker at dfsdeli.net.
You can hit me up on Twitter at BakerLiciousTaco. You can hit me up on Instagram at BakerLiciousTaco, because Sully's about to be off the show. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good run. I have no regrets about anything that's happened.
No
this year, so.
No regrets.
I have no regrets.
I feel like Garrett
I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna come into the deli. I'm gonna come into the deli with my salmon suit, and I'm gonna put my boots on the ground, and tell them that a young boy from Silsbee, Texas, done did good, and I'm coming home.
Are you faking retirement?
Yep, and then I'm a fucking world strongest slam the shit out of Baker and let him know I got plenty left in the tank.
Wow. For those who don't get the reference, you just went all Mark Henry on me.
I mean,
Sully, this question:
are we gonna have to escort you out with the police again? Like, or are you going to threaten to call OSHA on us?
Nah, I'm just probably gonna quiet quit.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quiet quit.
Sully, this question isn't for you, guys, as you are a FanDuel player, and this game's not on your slate. But once again, bringing back up my optimals. Keenan Allen, my number one receiver in the optimals on a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday. I get it. It's Wednesday. Keenan Allen, followed closely by the God, Chris Godwin. You can hold my God strap. Reference to season 1 or 2. I think it's season 2 of this show. Does anybody have interest on either one of those wide receivers? Because both of those wide receivers, especially on DraftKings, primarily on DraftKings, we both saw this past week and in general lately them both be PPR superstars, where they are heavily targeted, highly completable passes, and these are matchups that I'm not necessarily scared of for either one. Any interest on DraftKings specifically?
Keenan Allen, sure.
Sully?
I mean, I am playing in the doll hair, so I mean, I technically can play Chargers this week. So, yeah. Keenan Allen, absolutely, abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, add to cart.
Farmer? Oh, Farmer.
Negative.
Okay.
Negative.
Pass on both. Cool. All right. So we're to the position that I no longer care about. Sully, do you want your show back over? Because we're at a point in time in the show that I don't care anymore.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I never even got wide receiver takes.
Damn, skipping people.
I mean, chill. Like your points are mute at this point, so I don't care.
Damn.
I'm sorry. That was really mean. Let's chill.
Well, Chili. I mean, he was feeling sympathetic because you did say pre-show that you were feeling sick, and the takes are going to be shorter, and he was just like, you know what? Why not just exit out this portion for him, and have him more involved in the tight end takes? To save you from the sickness, bro. I mean, Dale got COVID. You got whatever the fuck you got. It's just running rampant, bro. So he was trying to take it easy on you, man.
Yeah, that. It's not the fact that I was at happy hour before coming on the show, and I've had a lot to drink and drinking throughout the course of the show. Not that at all.
Not at all.
That's all good. We can move to tight end.
Oh, chill. You want to point out the fact that I didn't give you wide receiver takes? Give me some wide receivers, chill. Give them to me.
I mean, as these guys mentioned, I think the Jaguars guys are fine. I think at this point it might be leaning more towards Christian Kirk than Zay Jones. But if you play either one, I do believe you're fine. I look at somebody like DJ Shark. If you're looking for a little bit of salary relief, I think could be an excellent play this week as well in the slate. He is getting decent long yards off of passing plays, about 40 to 50 yards. So he's doing well there. You look at man, this has got to be the week for Mike Evans, right? If there's ever going to be a week,
I'm done with Mike Evans.
I'm out. I am out on the Mike Evans business.
If I'm playing Teddy Two Gloves, I am going to play him with Tyreek Hill. I'm very interested in the Bucs wide receivers. If I'm not stacking them with Brady, possibly as a one-off. We covered the higher price guys. I might be fading Justin Jefferson this week, and it's only because I don't play wide receivers once they get up to that high of a price. For a spot that is the most volatile spot in DFS. I never played Devontae Adams at his peak at 95 to 9,800. So I probably won't play Justin Jefferson once he reaches that high either. I think all the Green Bay wide receivers are in play as well. I think at this point you do hope Watson plays, probably being the most explosive wide receiver out of the bunch. Brandon Cooks is a run back, but the Jacksonville guys are fine. And I think from there, I think I'm good.
All right, so now I will switch over to tight end. Thank you, Chill, for that information that helped absolutely nobody. So now I switch over to the Travis Kelce position. Play Travis Kelce.
It helped me. It helped me. Chill.
Shut up.
It helped me.
It did not help you. It did not help you. Shut your lying freaking mouth, okay? I don't want to hear your second place mouth, okay? Unless you take first, I don't want to hear it. Until I ask you to
as MVP's theme song once said, I'm coming.
It did.
Isn't that what you said to your heart out too?
I'm about to say, ain't that what that yesterday was? Not
guys. Yes. That's exactly what I said. Anywho.
Okay.
Go on, Baker.
So, I mean, I guess the injury to note is Jonnu Smith, currently in the concussion protocol. If he plays, he's the chalk du jour. In my humble opinion, if he plays, with no Hunter Henry. Besides that, Travis Kelce, because his name is Travis Kelce, will garnish ownership. Fuck everything else. You play something else as of Wednesday night. You're contrarian. So I understand this isn't the contrarian show, but chill, since I forgot you on wide receivers, start me off with these tight ends. And please keep it quick.
Yeah, and another tight end who might come close to ownership with Travis Kelce is Evan Ingram, who I believe might be a top 5 fantasy tight end this year.
For the love of fuck, we have missed the boat on Evan Ingram. If you did not play him 2 weeks ago, you missed the boat. I understand he had a fantastic week last week. I get it. It was Thursday. Cool. We missed the boat on Evan Ingram. Stop it.
I actually didn't miss the boat on the week he went off.
Chill. He is number 5 tight end and number 81 overall is player ranked this year for PPR.
I mean, kudos to Evan Ingram. I mean, just kudos to him. But no, Baker, you're right. I mean, at this point, you can play Travis Kelce, who will be the highest owned tight end. At this point, I'm looking at somebody like Evan Ingram. I'd be also looking at somebody at George Kittle is having a resurgence, but with Brock Purdy. And then after that, you're pretty much however you want to get different is up to you. If you want to play the Jawan Johnson guy, because all he does is catch touchdowns, you're good. If you can predict, the second string tight end who will catch 3 touchdowns, good for you.
I mean, what was the old boy's name for Detroit last week who caught 3?
Shane
Zylstra.
Yes,
Shane
sir.
Zylstra. You don't want to play some Shane Zylstra?
That would be the guy we missed the boat on, Baker.
Yeah.
That's
ship
the
has
guy.
failed. That bad boy is gone.
Dude, just lock in Shane Zylstra. Just lock it in.
It's like the SS Anne, and we didn't die off the boat. The boat's gone.
Bold statement right now. Shane Zylstra will outscore Travis Kelce. Just throwing it out there. Sully, if you care about the tight end position, please tell me something.
I mean, I care about the tight end position because it's mandatory to play. So unfortunately, you have to select it.
You're just gonna play CJ Hawkinson and hope he breaks the slate again for the 3rd time this year?
No, because you already know my take on Vikings. Like I said, they're quiet quitting, and I don't care what anybody says. I don't want to go to Lambeau this time of year and actually play hard. Screw that. I'm just gonna save myself for my nice indoor matchup after the season ends. So I'm gonna scale it back and chill out. So
for the love of everything holy, so I hope you are so wrong for yearly purposes.
I mean, like I said, I wish you the best. I mean, Lord knows
they can still get the 1 seed with some help.
They need help, but Philly's about to win this game, so it's a wrap.
Philly about to lose out.
Yeah, Philly's gonna win.
Philly about to lose out. Gardner Minshew's about to go off, but Philly about to lose out.
Yeah, okay. As far as tight ends, I mean, I'm with Chill, man. Just that ship has not sailed. It is on the dock, and it is still loading passengers. If Evan Ingram continues to be this damn cheap, and the matchup is there, please sign me the hell up. If everybody's gonna be playing Travis Etienne, they probably ain't gonna play both of them. So it's one Jaguar or bust, and I will go ahead and go out with Evan Ingram on this one. As a Justin Fields owner in the majority of my lineups, I'm just gonna tag along Cole Kmet just because it's there. And other than that, I mean, tight end, it is what it is, man. You fit who you can fit. If you're not gonna fit Travis Kelce, it's just Travis Kelce hasn't seen one of those high-end slate-breaking performances that justifies that price. And let me tell you, he won't need to do it against Denver. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass on the Travis Kelce thing. And, just kind of stick with these lower-end guys. Again, if you're getting the volume that a guy like Evan Ingram gets, what else do you need minus a cheap touchdown is what we're really praying for when you pay down at tight end. I need a guy that's going to get volume. And the volume for Evan Ingram has been outrageous over the past 3-4 weeks. So I'm going to continue to ride that train or sail that ship or whatever euphemism you want to use for it. I'm in. Evan Ingram. Count me in.
All right. Well, you're going to continue to burn it down if you prefer that euphemism as well. Dale, please say somebody not named Evan Ingram, not named Travis Kelce at the tight end position.
Say Evan Ingram. Evan
Ingram. And, I mean, might as well just keep going along with the rest of the Jags I'm playing, right? I'm playing Trevor Lawrence. I'm playing ETN. I'm playing Zay Jones. Just keep lining them up. No.
And run it back with Brandon Cooks.
You're unique by playing Brandon Cooks. I mean, Dale.
Anyway.
Dale.
No.
Brandon Cooks leads
no
to
Evan Ingram.
Brandon Cooks leads to takedowns. Take it from somebody who understands it. I understand it. Brandon Cooks led me to my takedown. I get it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but no,
It happened.
no. We're going Dallas Goedert here. Dallas Goedert, or you could even. I honestly think that he's going to try to make it a point this week because he felt so bad for dropping easy passes last week and a touchdown pass. David Njoku is going to go off this week and go for 100 and a touchdown this week.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's actually really impressive if he does that. You actually called my tight end.
Hey man,
play.
this the same dude. Hold on, this the same dude that did call Mike Gesicki on the 1 week, the one good week that he had this year.
And the Devin Singletary outscoring Josh Allen.
Well, I was trying to
fuck
defend your.
up.
I was just trying to defend your points for tight ends. That's what I was trying to stick up for.
And not your
I don't need
random,
all your calls you got right.
and not your random bullshit, Dale. Anyway,
Are you done?
I actually agree with your Dallas Goedert because after further research, I realized that Dallas Goedert was actually more owned than any Eagles pass catcher. He was the chalk as far as a Gardner Minshew stack last week. So from that aspect, I feel like AJ Brown might be owned heavilier owned. I feel like Devonta Smith might be heavilier owned when it comes to my Gardner Minshew stack because we're best believe we're playing Gardner Minshew. So Dallas Goedert actually makes a fantastic play in my behalf, in my opinion, not on my behalf, in my opinion, because he will be lesser owned. And to take it to the narrative of last week, first start with blah, 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 blah. He caught 2 touchdowns, blah, 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 blah. I feel like this could be the week in which he actually performs on what the narrative was last week. So I actually I do not mind the Dallas Goedert call. Now, everybody hit me with one defense, just one. I don't want analysis. It is defense. I don't give a fuck about your analysis. I don't care if they're the chalk defense. Just hit me with one defense and move the fuck on. Sully?
San Francisco.
I said Sully. Is your name Sully?
It could be. You don't know.
Sully?
Sorry, San Francisco.
I read his mind.
I mean,
No, tell me
you
analysis.
had me at Jared Stidham.
I said no analysis. No analysis. Just hit me with the defense. I don't care about analysis.
No,
Defense.
Baker,
No.
wait.
No.
Wait, you
No.
did say you said in the quarterback section we would get to Jared Stidham when we got to defenses. And here we are at defenses. I'm mentioning Jared Stidham. So there you go. I just wanted to full circle that ass. And here we are. So 49ers, do it.
I saying 49ers, you mentioned Jared Stidham. Fuck you for remembering the fact I said that. Chill. One defense. Do not hit me with analysis. Just hit me with a defense.
Patriots.
Fine. Patriots defense, soft spot in my heart. Help me take it down. Dale. As Dale, not as Sully, as Dale, hit me with a defense.
I mean, am I allowed to repeat, or do I got to go somewhere else?
I want you to hit me with it. You said you read Sully's mind before. So I want you as Dale, not as Sully, to hit me with a defense.
Dude, say Commanders.
Yeah, say Commanders.
Dude, say Commanders.
I like the Commanders defense here as well.
Do
at
it.
home against Deshaun Watson. I really like it here.
I really was going to say it too.
Good job. Good job.
All right.
Now, Dale, as you need to still give an answer.
All right. As me, the Commanders. Because if Chase Young probably gets to the quarterback at least twice, we know the hell they're not going to run the ball. Or wait, are we not supposed to be doing
I said no analysis. I said no analysis. No analysis. Just give me a take.
Commanders.
Thank you. And my take is Kansas City. Do I need an analysis? No, you all know it if you've been listening. Moving on to the final part.
He got benched, right? Is he still starting?
He's still a starter. Their car got benched. Russell Wilson's still playing as far as I know.
Are you?
He got benched last game, but he's gonna start against Kansas City. But yeah, in the game last week, he got benched. Yes.
Okay.
All right. As my show versus Sully's show is running way the fuck over, I'm going to ask one time and one time only. Hit me with the break of the slate. Who is going to be my Sedarius Lamb this nobody's owning, but will break my slate? Sully, who's my Sedarius Lamb?
Whoa, you need something low owned that's gonna break the slate?
I want my Sedarius Lamb 5% ish in breaking my slate. Sully, hit me.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
this is
Okay.
the wrong
okay.
show for that, boss.
Okay. Wait. So if people are scared of the Detroit backfield, I will take DeAndre Swift. If somehow Jamal Williams is ruled out, which makes him chalky, I'll go with another running back and say Miles Sanders.
I dig it. Dale, hit me with my Devonta Smith from last week. Hit me.
Oh,
which is
God.
my, once again, less owned player that breaky the slatey.
I wasn't ready for contrarian, sir.
Just be ready.
I wasn't either, but you gotta spitball that bad boy. You gotta be like bam off the top of the dome like a freestyle. Feel me?
Here's the thing, Dale. If you stay ready, you never gotta get ready. Now hit me with it.
That's fair. Fine. I'll just go with the point that I put across when we were talking about tight ends. I'll go with David Njoku. I really think that he's going to break it on the tight end side.
For yearly purposes, I hope you're right. Now, chill. I'm going to flip the script on you because you thought you was about to hit you with the same thing. No, we're flipping it on you. Hit me with the TJ Hawkinson of this week. Owned, but not chalk. Play that breaky the slatey. Hit me with it.
Owned, but not chalk?
That's what TJ Hawkinson was last week. He was owned, but not chalk.
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson breaky the slatey. I dig you. I appreciate you.
Chili.
Sully.
Do you want this prop bet real quick before we get out of here?
Hold the phone. Baker, what is your slate breaker?
Oh yeah, good point.
I'll let them make the prop bet. Go ahead. Continue.
Well, no, we are continuing with this. I'm writing down everybody's slate breakers as a prop bet. Just so
also,
you know.
my contrarian break the slate was Christian Watson.
I like that. God, I like that. I hope he plays.
Because he needs to redeem himself because we remember how his career started and then died and then got resurrected.
Good point.
So
hey, listen, before Baker says it, prop bet. I will take you take Garrett Wilson. I will take Bam Knight.
Yeah, that's fine. Lock it in.
My man.
I mean, we want to talk about Baker's breaking these slates. I'm gonna take Tampa Tom. I'm gonna take Tampa Tom to be that must-need score at quarterback. Give it to me. Just because he is my top play in my optimals.
Baker, do you want Justin Fields versus Tom Brady?
No. Not a chance in fucking hell, Sully. No.
You want Mike White versus Tom Brady?
No.
Oh.
Actually, I would actually. Do you really legit want that? Because I'll take Mike White.
I'll take that.
Done. Give it to me.
Alrighty.
Well, since we've had the first Baker run episode of the Deli and the best episode by far, in my humble opinion, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. So I want you to like. I want you to share. I want you to comment. I want you to do all the things that all the other social media things tell you to do that I currently cannot remember at this point in time. Because, well, I've had way too much alcohol tonight. But we will be back later this week. Sully, will be back? Are you good to go later this week?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I have my girls the rest of the week, so no work, no nothing. So yeah.
You good to go later this week?
Well, Saturday's New Year's Eve, right?
Fuck.
And the Ohio State game. So yeah, you're looking at like Friday, buddy.
Friday. We're gonna go with Friday because Saturday is a absolutely fucking no for me.
Yeah, Friday. Friday, you can hit me with the "you up" text. I don't care.
Done. Dale, you in for Friday?
I have COVID sitting in my basement angry still. I ain't going anywhere.
All right, so Dale's in. We coming back to you Friday with the Contrarian show, with the Baker-esque show. It's all about me come Friday because I will still be the proprietor of this here delicatessen come Friday. God damn it. Fuck Sully. But until then, leave a comment. Until then, leave a comment, ask a question, do the things that we want you to do to interact with us here at the Deli. Until that's being said, I'm about to go smoke. Chill's got the grill. Sully's got the mop. Oh, God, that feels good today.
What the hell do I got then?
God,
I'll be joining you in the smoke break.
oh, no. Oh, no. No. There's a server alley for you, Dale. Server alley needs to be broken.
God damn it.
Yeah, Sully neglected the server
I'm
alley.
rolling silverware.
As a former cook, he neglected the server alley. No, not with me. Server alley for you. I'm smoking. We out of here. Until next time, we appreciate y'all for listening to us bullshit. And if we do not see you at the bottom with Sully, we see you all at the top with me.